Have you been attending interviews unsuccessfully and you left wondering what really do hiring managers or interviewers expect to hear from you as a candidate? This is what we are going to be discussing today in this video. As usual, my name is Mary, in charge of training and career advisory services here at Corporate Staffing, and I am joined by Godfrey, who is also an interview coach, who will be expounding more on this discussion. Thank you so much, Godfrey, for joining me.
My pleasure.
Great. We're talking about interviews and just candidates wondering what really do interviewers expect to hear from them during the interview. So maybe we can start with that part. As a candidate, what do hiring managers expect to hear from me during an interview?
Right. Thank you, Mary. Of course, when you look at the journey of a candidate up to the point of now entering that interview room, first, you send in your application, your resume, together with maybe your cover letter. So what the interviewer or the recruiter is expecting to hear from you is a defense of whatever you send. They want now to see the competence, the skills, the expertise, the experience that is documented on these two documents now from you. You are here to sell yourself. So they expect to see their role. They are looking to feel reflecting in you in the conversation. That is on top of the mind of any recruiter. Great. Or hiring manager.
As per the job description,
exactly,
of course.
Exactly.
Great. Now, for me as a candidate, what can I say to increase my chances of getting the job during the interview?
Great. As a candidate, in front of a panel, an interviewer, you're looking at how do I sell myself in this case. So I have done several things to earn myself this slot in the shortlist. So I have that 20 minutes to prove myself. So what do I say therefore? There's need for you to package your relevant skills, experience, competencies that are relevant into this position that you're being interviewed for. And it goes back to what is relevant. Did you do your research for you to know that this is going to be relevant for me to mention? Sharing about your track record in terms of demonstrating credibility, that I'm not only knowledgeable about the role we're discussing, but I've also had the opportunity to run successful projects or assignments that were similar compared to what we are discussing. So that is how, as a candidate, you win or you're able to influence the interviewer. Yes.
And I know when it comes to showcasing a track record, there are quite a number of structures that someone can be able to apply.
Yes.
Interesting. What advice would you have for someone watching who has been struggling with interviews?
Exactly. Maybe you've just mentioned structures, and maybe someone watching us is wondering, so which structures are these? Yes, indeed, there are different approaches to different interviews. Maybe just to mention, for senior management positions, the focus is always on strategy. So how do you communicate your success as far as strategy is concerned? When it comes to these other roles or any other role now, it's about your track record in terms of successful implementation of projects. And there is a way you can package your responses that now you are more persuasive. For example, if you begin by talking about a situation where you had a problem, and then what did you do in that situation and what was the outcome? That's an approach you can give it. So anyone watching us and you're wondering, how do I go about this? You're struggling with interviews. You've attended a couple of them with no success. It could also be a point you considered a coach. Someone to help you package these ideas in a more clear, concise, and coherent manner so that you can be able to influence the interviewer.
Exactly. The beauty is that the coach helps to identify where the gaps are through a mock session.
Exactly.
Thank you so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Indeed, as you have heard, when it comes to interviews, it is very important for you as a candidate to really get to know what really do interviewers expect to hear from me? It might be a 30-minute session, a 20-minute interview session. Your main goal is to package yourself as a solution to the role. And that is why we encourage you to click on the link below, and it will direct you to our landing page where you get to fill in your details. If you have any upcoming interviews, we are here to help you prepare for that upcoming interview, just to get to know how best you can package yourself as a success to the job. Thank you so much for watching the video. We look forward to seeing you in our next video.